Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randall Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts. You know, wanted to play us, wanted to get a little taste. Want to taste that dick.
Gross.
You gonna take it?
Ew.
You gonna take that dick?
You're first place tied with 4 other, but you're first of the first place.
Even after Monday night?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Forgot.
Yeah.
Let's check.
You check your facts again, Coleman. Don't you come in here put that evil on me.
I'm not putting evil on you. I was just trying to keep coming correct.
Ah, it's a great point. Check it out. Make sure I'm not bullshit.
Because you're full of a whole lot of shit, usually.
Sometimes. Not about this one, though, sons. We got teams wanting to play, goddamn. We're setting up some shit.
Oh, wait. Where's the standings? Is that in y'all's chat? Motherfuck. I just have the link to the scores. Why has this shit got to be so fucking... Whatever.
Well, I mean, it's tough for them at Hobgood now with how popular the team has gotten. Like, I'm getting worried they're going to make rules soon. Like, we can only allow so many fans for high school legends. Only so many people can recognize Uncle Randy before the game because it's a distraction. I'm going to be honest. It really hurt me. But I didn't get to warm up properly before this game. What's in the house? What's up?
Y'all are number 1, still tied with 2 others. So there's 3 number 1s. But you're still the top of the number 1s.
Yeah, of course. Top of the top. But listen, I want everybody to know Uncle Randy loves to sign. I love to say hey to everybody. I don't want to sound like a listen, but it gets tough when I got a game in 5 minutes. I do want to shoot the shit. I do want to hear how I've impacted your life, and I want to share that moment with you and do a picture or something. But I mean, I didn't get to warm up before this game. It really hurt me, but I don't mind. Listen, that's some bullshit. I'm fine with it.
I'll tell you one thing that is, we're going to run out of room in the studio because your ego is going to end up filling up this whole room.
We'll just knock some walls down. There's plenty of room.
We're gonna bust over into our bathroom.
Yeah, we could do that. Here, we'll go ahead and pour you up one of those stinky pinkies. And we'll do a shot to Uncle Randy.
What'd you do with that towel that was in here? Oh, you put it underneath?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure it was in here because I'm no better at pouring shots than you are. I just like to give you shit.
You do.
All right. God, it's like...
That's pretty much just all.
It's like the back of the skull. Like, oh, Jesus.
You better go. We better not even toast.
We can't
Let's just
toast.
cheers from here.
Cheers.
Cheers to you and to Uncle Randy, goddamn.
All right.
All right, so the biggest part I want to talk to Brooke about, still not super. What happened?
I don't know.
That nectar hit me late. This is the nectar, son.
You had the nectar? Yeah. You can keep that.
Still haven't gotten injured yet. How surprised are you? What, 4 games in? No
Why
injuries?
are you knock on wood.
No injuries?
No. Well, you're EH. So
Sure, whatever. Maybe not.
Running the bases is still chance for injury.
Yeah, I do ask for a runner, though, most of the time. Marshall.
Do you?
He denies me, though, because he wants the runner, or Trey has to have it.
Trey has to have one, so y'all don't fuck around and take any runner away from Trey.
We never would.
But...
It's not going to stop me from saying, can I get a runner?
I hear you. It's fair. But it does decrease your chances of injury that you're not in the field, because that's where you would throw your shoulder out or something, like trying to, like how Devin threw from the parking lot over to field 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anymore at my advanced age. What'd be more likely to happen is for me to dive for a ball that I have no business diving for.
Yeah, you would also do that.
And breaking a collarbone or my back.
All of it, any of it. So I'm glad that you have not had any serious injuries. Your first game where you slid into the base and like you were hobbling around for the next day because you like were pretty sore, or you landed on your hip wrong or something?
No, I landed exactly right how you should slide.
Or
but I'm just old. I slid perfectly. Textbook. Athletic as a kitten.
I never questioned that.
But heavier than I used to be and older.
It's just not a movement that your body's used to.
Nah.
All of your sexiness coming down on one hip.
So I wanted to ask you, though, while we're talking about this, how have you enjoyed the fruits of your labor on the High School Legends profile video? Because go ahead and just tell everybody, because people are going to think, I want you to get the credit you deserve, so I'm not even going to do the ego thing. How was it made? Where were you involved? How much leeway did you have? Go.
All right. So Randall wanted to do a video where all the players are coming in and doing the intros. Like, hey, I'm so-and-so from what, and saying whatever the fuck, you know.
Based on the Little League.
Based on the Little League ones. It also kind of reminds me of like Key and Peele, where they did like the football intros, you know. But yeah, so we have a tripod. Randall had said he would just take the tripod, clear out memory on his phone, and he would set it up in the parking lot for them to all walk like an hour before their game this week. Just go up there and be hanging out, and whenever everybody was ready, just one at a time, they would come in front of the camera and do whatever for their intros. So I got like the raw footage. It was like a 9.5-minute video, and then like a nice.
Go ahead, sorry.
And then like a 3-minute video or something. There was a much shorter one, but so that like there was no really like instruction from you.
But when I got home
on what
from the game.
Oh, when you got home from the game, you let me watch them. It was like, well, I don't even know. It was like 10 o'clock at night. Like I was laying down in bed and
your face, I'm going to help you here because you're going to sell yourself short.
What?
As soon as you saw the raw footage, though, you knew you could make it into something good. Like you didn't even tell me really how good it would be. I knew it would be good.
No.
But you saw the footage and you were like, oh yeah, this can be good.
Oh,
it gave me what I need.
The wheels were turning.
It
the
wasn't
second
sideways, I actually put it in the right format for you.
You had it correctly in the tripod to where it wasn't upside down or crooked. It wasn't out of focus. That part you did great. I was very proud of you because Randall is not. He's probably the worst video phone taker.
Yes.
On earth. Like he might as well be an 85-year-old man trying to take videos. So I was very proud of you there. But as soon as I watched it, and it was easy, you know, like it was a bunch of just like blank. Like I would just go from one person and like fast forward. But as soon as I was watching all of them, I was like, yes. Like the wheels were turning. I was like, I think I know what direction I'm going to go with it. So the next morning, like I went and airdropped the videos to our laptop like immediately so that I would have everything I needed. Because when you went to the gym the next morning, I wanted to make sure I could work on it. And I like immediately was working on it in the morning. Like as soon as I got finished with my work stuff, like that I have to do first thing, I was like, all right, let me get on this video.
Yeah,
it was so fun.
That I said, I didn't give anyone a date, but I said, once she starts, I know it'll be done that day.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah.
But you were done way sooner than I expected. But it had all the bits of what you would enjoy. But
it was fun to do too.
You were given no tell of what to put by people's names. Like it was all up to you.
Mm-hmm. Did they even know that I was going to do that? Like
I said that you would probably do something.
Yeah. I know we had talked with like Devin and Marshall about doing like the lower thirds. But that part was my favorite because like I went through and watched everybody's and got it to, and like as I watched everybody's and cut out all the dead parts like that were just nobody on it, I was like writing down like, okay, this is what they said their name was. Because honestly, I don't even know what their real names are for the most part. I mean, some of them said their real names, some of them said like nicknames, and I think I can figure it out in y'all's chat. But I would like write down their name, and then whatever like the first thing that came to mind when I saw them, or based on what they said, I would like write down like a couple ideas. Most people, it was like the first thing was it. There was like 3 people where I had like a couple different options of what I was going to put as their description. But yours, I even told you that night when I watched your video, because when you started spouting off third base, second base, shortstop, catcher, pitcher, left field, outfield, like I was like, I'm totally going to put extra hitter. He never fucking goes in the field. Yeah, like I was
I knew you would do that. It's the right angle. It's absolutely.
I was like, why are you spouting off all these positions? You don't even play in the field. And you were like, I know. And I'm like, well, I have to put that in your lower third.
Yes, you do.
Nobody else but me is going to get it if not, or the people on your team.
And I want to ask everyone that's watched it, if you haven't watched it, go to our Facebook page, scroll down a little bit, find the Meet the High School Legends, look at it now, come back and tell us which lower third is your favorite. I'm going to tell you mine.
Yours is Taylor's for some reason.
I think it's most polite player. Because that's so funny to me, and it makes total sense, and he like does a hand wave, and it's a very like calming hand wave.
He's very like hello there. Hi,
no violent,
how are you?
Like, hi, hello.
Hi there. My name is Taylor.
And that guy is a savage with the left arm. And it's good that he's like, it's like he doesn't even have a right arm. He just like, hello. Hey. And Tyler's was funny. He's the okayest player.
Yeah. The okayest player. And then Kippy was the second okayest player.
Yeah.
Because they both kind of were meh about like their...
Because they're smart, cool guys. So they're fun. Everyone loved theirs. No one had a gripe about their thing, except for the Flash a little bit. The Flash is still trying
hysterical.
He wants to re-record. Not going to happen.
That
Flash,
one was
sorry.
The Flash is the one I took the most time on, honestly, because I had to find the sound effect for like.
Well, because he bitched out of a run. Nobody else had to do 2 takes. Nobody.
No, nobody did 2 takes, so I definitely had to keep that in there.
Got camera shook.
And it really it took me a minute to find like the right sound effect for it. And it was fun. And then it took me a minute to like word like how I was gonna say it on his, but it was a lot of fun. Like I love doing that kind of shit. And
that's your shit.
It was way easier, honestly, than editing one of Gunner's like YouTube videos. Because it was like shorter.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. So anybody that wants to do funny intro videos, I'm your girl, obviously, I guess.
Unc's not handling his.
What is happening? Did it go down the wrong tube or something?
2 times in a row. Kevin's trying to tell us we need to get a damn DeMarini. Listen, son.
DeMarini Voodoo Bat, but y'all are like sponsored by Anarchy now, so.
Anarchy Bat Co., Kevin. You got to try them out, bro. You're up there in that liberal part of the world. They're actually from, I think they're out of like North or South Dakota.
North Dakota is where most of those guys are from. That
they're getting popular here in the Southeast, but they make fire bats, sons. Mm-hmm. Fire bats. So you can keep swinging at DeMarini bullshit, Kevin, if you want to. And hey, Uncle Randy used to swing one. Best bat I ever had was the DeMarini 1, sons. And I hit that thing till it died. But now we got anarchies all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Got a pineapple. Got to break it in. Did some licks on it. Some more today. I'm going to go hit some balls off the tee tomorrow, probably, just to get more licks on the bat. But it worked out.
Yeah.
But so I also want to, what did you think about, did you see me talking to those guys from Alabama that want to challenge us?
Your friends' children?
Yes. Yes. Guys that I played with in high school. They're now grown adult children. Mm-hmm. Have come out of the woodwork.
Because they were older.
To get the smoke from Unc.
Their dads were like a grade or 2 ahead of you, right?
One was 1 year, the other was 2 years. Yeah, Larry was 2 years.
Okay, they had kids way too fucking young then.
They both had.
Okay.
They both had kids.
Because I was about to say, Griffin's 16, and you were too young, I think, when you had Griffin at 24 or whatever you were.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, they're good kids though,
and they're good softball. They're good, really good teams, tournament teams.
Yeah, I would love. They need to come here and come play.
I mean, listen, we're entertaining it.
Come on.
If Alabama wants to put together a super team, goddamn, and they want to try to come over and they want to play the high school legends, I think the guys would be on board. We could do a 3-game tournament, just us, elimination style.
Where Cody posted, he said he's on a co-ed team with his dad, but then he posted a picture of a team that's all guys with his dad in it.
Yeah, I think he's saying now Billy only plays co-ed with him, but he used to play with.
Oh, that was like their old team. Okay, gotcha.
I think so. I don't think Larry plays anymore. Larry's broke his neck like I did. I don't know. He might still play, but I don't think so.
Well, they should come with their dads and play against y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be. We could build that shit up, sons. We could have a Bama, Georgia, get it on fest, raise some money for charity.
Yeah,
I think it'd be good. We could build that shit up and make it a damn monster mash, and just see. We'll let them put together a team. Listen, I've played on those teams when Uncle Randy was younger. I've been on the teams that when we went and won the Cobb County, the last thing I really played in.
You were one of the youngest guys on that team, weren't you?
No, they were mostly about my age or younger.
Okay.
The Bear wasn't on. This was the one that you were handpicked to play on. So it wasn't a team that had gelled. It was all handpicked guys.
Yeah. That was like right when I had Gunner.
I can't remember maybe one guy's name. I prefer when you've got a team and you play together and you know each other. That's just me. Nothing against tournament ball and teams
you didn't
that get
know,
picked.
But Devin and Marshall and Jacob on this team, right?
Yeah, and I've already gotten to know.
I know.
This. They were all a team.
They were all buddies, though, so that makes a difference, too.
Yeah, when I played on that tournament team, though, where you're selected, it's great to win and all, but I don't know. My preference is when you got a team. And
it was weird when you were on that team. You even said, and I went and watched.
Because I would go and leave.
Yes.
There's no nectar after. There's no
nectar before.
No nectar before. No fuckery. No shenanigans. No real shit talking because you don't know who's going to beat your ass or not.
Yeah, I can't remember if I was pregnant when you did that or if I just had Gunner because I only went to like a couple games and there had to have been a reason.
Yeah, because we were always playing up by the Cobb County Jail.
It was like an Austell or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, Uncle Randy's MVP of the term, whatever. That's minuscule. It's fine. We won it. MVP, cool. Not a big deal. But so I guess my point to that is I enjoy the league teams. I can tell you everyone we played with on co-ed teams, and we were on some terrible co-ed teams, sons. Best seasons I ever had, though. It was not. I'm all about winning. Champions win. They compete. But you also got to have fun.
We were on some garbage. I mean, I say garbage.
We were on both.
Like, we had some, the team where we had like Howard and his wife, and then like.
She could play on.
Yeah, and then that girl Shannon.
Yeah, she could be good.
Who was nasty. Like, she was like in her 20s when we were playing back then, and. Yeah,
you're only as good as your girls.
I was like the worst player on the team.
And you were fine.
Yeah.
Until you were pregnant.
I mean, I was good for a base hit.
Yeah, you were fine. I had a great time with our co-ed teams. I liked all the Primus teams I played on. Listen, it's whatever you want it to be.
That's what it was.
Saying, if they want to build some super team,
that's what it was, because Shannon worked at Primus.
I'm fine with that. I think the guys will be okay with it. I can't commit till we figure out details. I'm not going to speak for everyone.
Yeah, Mark was on our co-ed team too. I forgot, but he was never there.
Oh yeah, he just paid
like bowling.
And never showed up.
Just like bowling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the thing. I forget about that. Watsky always brings it up, and I forget. Oh, Dutchie's a big softball
I bet she
champion.
is. Yeah.
No, like that. I remember in some of his shows, he's talking about like that was a hurdle in their marriage. Like she gets like hyper focused when she plays softball. Like I guess she goes and then she's all in.
Yeah.
And Watsky's like, "Hey, where the fuck's my wife? Now you're a different."
Wait, so they weren't on a team together?
I don't know if he played or not. Everything I've ever heard him say is when she plays, she just super gets into it. And I've heard him be like, it was an issue on some shows.
Let her do her shit, though. Man, God, you got your shit.
Yeah, but you never know. Maybe she gets so competitive, she gets out there and, she becomes some kind of animal. And then she beats him at home and shit, and she gets competitive.
Come on now.
Oh, yeah, it's softball, Kevin. Softball. Listen. Larry Baker's kid, Colton, great kid.
Where's
Billy
Kevin?
Lander's kid, Dakota. Those two are the ones that are wanting to put together in teams. Oh, it was an issue because dudes try to fuck. That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes total sense. I thought it was just she was so competitive.
Randall was always on my team, so it was never an issue.
Oh, no. And when she was pregnant and played, I almost threw a guy over the backstop because he came in hot at her at home plate. And
I was like 10 weeks pregnant, so you couldn't see it, but he told everybody before the game, hey,
don't come in hot.
the catcher's
wife.
pregnant.
Or you die. And it was still semi-ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the story, Kevin. It's the old young bucks from Bama. They want to take out the old guys.
Where is Kevin located? Did you tell me?
Yeah, he's up in somewhere in Washington now. He grew up in Huntsville with us.
Oh, okay. Like Washington State?
Yeah, somewhere up there. He hates it.
Hippies.
Yeah.
Bunch of hippies.
Liberal doucher, son.
Bunch of
Oh,
granola.
Watsky was on our team. See, he doesn't talk about his athleticism enough.
Whenever, I mean, both of them. I would have never doubted that both of them are athletes.
Yeah, you just don't hear Watsky talk about it much. They've talked about her love for softball, and it was a pretty recent episode that somehow it came up, and he was like, "We got to get off this subject."
Oh, what?
So she must have dudes trying to bang everywhere.
Hey, your wife's hot. It's fine. She's
going
home. Yeah, rip their dicks off. She's going home with you. No.
Yeah, and by the way, this Chris Watsky's the host of # No Offense.
Fantastic
one of our favorite shows.
show. Yes.
And freaking Dutchie was here in Atlanta. Didn't even come see us recently.
Fucking
she was in
what?
Georgia.
Melissa Duchess Watsky.
Watsky wasn't here with her though.
Yeah,
or I'd been real pissed. But I'm a little hurt that Dutchie didn't holler.
What the hell? She didn't just have like a layover in Atlanta. She was like here.
She was here to see like a friend that was post-divorce. Like she was being there for, like helping her clean her house. And shit.
All right, yeah, I'll give you a pass. That's fine.
No, but it sounded like she had a good time. Except most of the places she went and ate, she gave horrible reviews for Georgia food.
What I want to say, the people they know live in like Gainesville or something.
Yeah, it wasn't like close to.
So it's like far. Yeah, like if it's Gainesville, that's like an hour plus.
We got Chet on here asking if Larry's wearing.
It's because you have that towel like on your leg. So no, it's like a hand towel for when there's spillies.
That's my semen towel.
It's his dick towel.
Yep.
A hockey star, Watsky was. Okay, yeah, because they're from fucking like Chicago. Forget they're Floridians that have been transplanted.
Yeah, they need to just move on here to Georgia.
They do. They need to
move. They move here to Georgia. We can share a studio.
All of them do. All of them do. Fucking Almy is dying to move back to Georgia.
See, here's the deal with Almy. I love Almy, but he's so much smarter than me. Like that guy, that guy's so smart.
Him and his wife both.
And he is in college and he's 40 and he's still going and wants to go and enjoys it for like the academic challenge of it. And
no, I'm so way lower. Both of them intimidate the fuck out of me, like intelligence-wise.
Because he's still getting smarter, sons. Uncle Randy's just getting dumber. My fucking brain cells are leaving daily. I'm fine. His are getting better and better.
Me too, babe. I'm right there with you. I'm fine with it. Because you know what? I have a job that I've been at it's a company for 15 years, and I'm doing fine with it, and I'm just going to chill. So I'm not trying to like enhance. What I'm doing is I'm trying to raise a child and contribute to raising a child that they're super smart.
Yeah.
Have them use their brains more than I did.
I mean, it's tough. Listen, Uncle Randy's for sure a celebrity, goddamn. All right, look, the face of Atlanta, Georgia, fine. That's what some people say. I don't believe that, but some people say it.
Watsky said that Almy's parents are moving to Tampa.
Yeah, that's surprising. But let me finish before I forget this. What was I saying? Fuck. Oh, yeah, in the face of Atlanta, that's what people say. Listen.
Talking about yourself.
I don't agree with that. There are better people than Uncle Randy. Not many. There's some, though. But not the smartest man to walk the earth, goddamn. I'll be honest right there. Not the most book smart fella.
You're very smart.
No, I'm street smart. Listen, I can get shit done, sons. I can do that. But I am not going to give you no big words, goddamn it. If I do, I'm not going to use them right. I'm known for that.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm known for that. That's my thing, though. Just make it work.
Hey, we're smart in our own ways, babe.
Yeah, so got to give a quick update, Silvertown update. Thursday, got the big city council meeting about the...
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, about the golf carts. Listen, we don't even have a golf cart, goddamn, but you should have them. So I'm going, supporting Fire Marshal Bill.
Go support our friends, yeah.
Absolutely.
We're in no place to purchase a golf cart, nor do we really have anywhere to put one.
What it would hurt me to drop. They're just so pricey. So regardless,
we got a lot of shit we got to do before we can drop that kind of money.
I don't want to drop. Like, I'm a cheap bastard.
I'm fine without one.
I know, but I'm so wrong on the price range because I see one. I'm like, look, that's a $500 bill all day, and they're like $500 bill.
$10,000.
$15,000. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a car.
You're like, that's three of my first cars.
That's every car I had until I was 40.
Added up together. Yeah. No, it's not happening because I don't want to buy a piece of shit, and I don't want to buy, like, I want to, if we eventually get one way down the road, like, I don't know. It's fine. I'm fine with that one. We have plenty of friends with them.
Yeah, no.
I'll just drive my car to the pool. It's fine.
That's the thing. Old Chet's 26 and he pours concrete for a living. Has like a special recipe. Mm-hmm. And he says you don't have to be smart to do that. I disagree. You got to be able to mix some shit and make it happen. I can't do those damn equations and engineering of that shit. Not going to happen. But so tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Show up, support Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh, it's 6 o'clock tomorrow night?
Yeah, he's put a lot of work into it.
Wait. You got 6 o'clock tomorrow night, you're doing that, and then you're supposed to be coming, you're supposed to be home here.
I'm going there for his part, and I'll be here before Marshall gets here.
I thought Devin was coming tomorrow.
He is, but Marshall is going to be here with me, and Devin's going to come and sit with us. Okay. Even though you just ruined the guest surprise, way to go. Hadn't announced it yet. You heard it here first. My wife doesn't. She don't hold the smoke.
You gotta fucking tell me if something's a secret. We've been talking about it all goddamn week that he's gonna be the one that's coming in.
Now they know the greatest hair in softball is gonna be here, son.
Oh, Gunner's gonna be so excited. Gunner like has a man crush on Devin.
Yeah, he loves that hair.
Because any other guy that has like long hair, he's like, bro.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
He said he said, I told you, he said he has competition at school. There was another guy in like 3rd or 5th grade, whichever, that had like super long hair. He said he cut it. He said he cut it into a mohawk. So I no longer have competition.
Well, he bitched out. He didn't want the smoke.
Yeah. So,
yeah. No, believe me, if I could grow hair, I'd grow it straight to my ass, sons. I'd have a rat tail. Or French braids down the side. I'd have ponytails, whatever those side ones are. Y'all think that's bullshit. If I had hair, some of the shit I would do with it would blow your minds. But don't have it. Mm-hmm. Got all the beard though. About time to trim it. It's getting out this way. That's when it's time when it starts going out towards the sides. It's getting manimal-like.
It's touching your shoulders. It's time to give it a trim. Go see Richard.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Old Time Barbershop. Check them out. Woodstock, Georgia.
Your buddy Kevin has an idea. We need to Airbnb a house in Silvertown so that, like, people from out of town, like our anarchy folk or Muddy.
Or just the millions that love it.
We need to tell Michael Douglas that he needs to just put his house up for Airbnb.
Oh.
Who is?
No, we just need to get Cole Hauser. He's gone all the time. Mrs. Cole Hauser goes to the Carolinas.
Yeah, true.
That's who needs to do it. And they'll be across the street from Uncle Randy, so they know they're safe. Uh-huh. Now, we do live in the more project-y part of Silvertown. It's not the projects,
but it's very quiet. Our street is we're on the back end of a street that's a cul-de-sac. There's a big curve. We're on the back end. The first part of the quarantine of 2020, my entire universe was these 15 houses on this side of the street. I didn't know if the rest of the world existed.
Yeah. And then
it's a very quiet little nook.
And then I went for the first time and took a right instead of a left out of the neighborhood and saw the mansions.
Oh, yeah.
That are within. So and I was like, where the fuck do we live?
I know.
I thought all the houses looked like ours. Boy, was I wrong.
Hey, look.
I love our house. I'm never moving again.
My dad has always told me, live in the cheapest house in the nicest neighborhood. Boom, did it. Success.
Well, he's not following his own advice.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, it's good advice.
He said the best way to do it is find, like in a nice neighborhood, find the cheapest house.
Absolutely. That's the golden rule. Mm-hmm. I want these houses to get so valuable.
Because then you have automatic, we did. We had equity probably, I think, right when we moved in here. There's things where I'm like, I wish we had a basement for that.
I'm fine. We got plenty of room. I can't hear you from downstairs, so it's far enough.
That's your barometer.
Yeah, I can't hear at all. The only time I wish I had a basement
is when the kids are up here.
It'll be over in a couple of years. Yeah, they're so loud. That
when
goes
we're
away, though.
Yes, when we're downstairs and it sounds like Gunner's going to fall through the fucking floor with everything he does. Yeah.
I mean, Griffin didn't fall through the old house, so I know Gunner's not going to fall through this newer one. I'm fairly
confident. Yeah, we were never underneath Griffin in the old house, really, but we were.
No, but there were times he's going to end up in the basement.
No, but our bedroom was next to his, and there were times when I had to get up from a dead sleep and go into his room and be like, "Bro."
That's because he would make those squealy noises. That's coming from Gunner when he starts playing.
No, he's already started doing it sometimes. But it was when we first got Griffin that basketball hoop over his closet.
Oh, for damn sure, yeah.
And we had wood floors in the old house in his bedroom. And it was constantly dribbling that basketball. And I had to go in there at like 3 a.m. one time and be like, dude,
let me tell you, goddamn,
please stop.
Uncle Randy's seeds are athletes. Goddamn. Listen, what do you want me to do? Can't help it. Got a powerful seed. Powerful. Strapping, strong young men are made from Uncle Randy.
Yeah.
And they win.
That's what Gunner was doing earlier when we were downstairs eating dinner. And you could hear him jumping around. He was doing trick shots in his basketball hoop.
Of course, because he wins, sons. He wins. Mm-hmm. Got shotgunned in his last game. Mm-hmm. He was playing pitcher, sons. Little league, little tykes. Mm-hmm. Well, they're getting bigger now. So they're hitting the ball pretty damn good. He got smoked off the shin, sons. Mm-hmm. Straight off the front of the bone. If you've ever banged your shin on anything, whether it's a fucking toe hitch, table, bed.
Toe hitch is worst case scenario.
Don't lie to yourself and pretend like you're tough. That shit is debilitating.
It is.
It hurts like a motherfucker.
He crumpled to the ground. Like he was already going down to try and get the ball and it hit him in the shin. And I just saw his face and I was like,
he was in a mask.
Yes. And a chest guard.
I went out immediately.
Yeah.
I'm a coach, so I went right off the sideline. And listen, as a dad, to all you guys that are new dads, let me tell you something, sons. This gives me a lot. When you have kids of your own, you learn about maybe how real your parents were when you were young. And it's one thing I'll give my dad. He was always very tough love, shake it off. There's a million times he came running when I got hurt and I would see him and he would have the you're fine look. So I would know that I'm fine. He never freaked, but I remember my mom would be like, you're dying.
It's harder
So, and that's a dad thing. We all have our jobs. So I walk out.
I was trying to compose myself. I went to check on him before he went to the dugout
But when I walk out, I was very calm.
Yes.
You're good, bud. I was like, that was a good shot. I bet it hurts like a mother. You're fine, though. You're fine. And I was like, oh, shit, but let me look. Because I expected him to be, a knot.
Yeah.
But he heals like Uncle Randy, like Wolverine.
He does.
Wasn't even a mark. And the ball hit him square on the shin and shot to the fence. So
it kept going after it hit his shin.
It hit him flush.
You and the head coach were all crowded around him. I expected there to be a big lump on his shin. So that's what I was waiting for y'all to, for him to get up and walk to the dugout. I didn't want to be that mom that ran out on the field because you were out there. If you weren't out there, I would have.
What's fucked up about it though, sons? I don't know what everybody believes and all their thoughts, but he gets smoked by the ball. So I walk out, bend over, look at his leg. My nose is bleeding. At the same exact time. Mm-hmm. Now, Uncle Randy definitely had his nose rebuilt a couple times. Mm-hmm. One time, but should have had it a million. We'll never have it again. Never again. But it doesn't bleed all that much, and it's actually been more since I had it fixed. But that was just weird timing. It
was very weird timing, and I think it was more because all the pollen in the air. There was a lot it had gotten really warm. It was a lot of weird weather shit happening because a kid on the team, his nose was bleeding too. So it was a lot of shit in the air.
Covered in blood. A little kid and a grown man got blood all over our jerseys.
And then Gunnar got hit in the shit. And then he got hit in the ball hit it with the ball at another time during that same game on that big ass scab he has on his elbow.
Yeah, because he's a winner. Those are where you get them in baseball. Yeah. I like that he's getting them early. Listen, I got the scar, sons, from burning over and over again, sliding head first, being a champion in baseball.
That is what it looks like. That scar, that scab he has on. Well, it won't be same place, but
Well, it will when he starts sliding head first.
yeah, his is more on the like back of his elbow, like where he fell on concrete a week ago. But that was a big nasty. I mean, but it's healing incredibly.
Oh, look at Mark. Mark, we were just talking about the Primus softball team, sons, about when you paid to play every year and then never played. I think you played one game.
Came in flip-flops every game.
Sure did. Played first base only. First base only.
In flip-flops.
Flip-flops, cargo short or khaki shorts. That's a Boston. Mark O'Connell's Boston through and through. Goddamn. Flip-flops year-round.
For sure.
Year-round. Unless he's working. Flip-flops. Mm-hmm. But so what I was going to say, though, is you didn't see... Listen, Uncle Randy's not the most couth field guy. Listen, athlete, goddamn. I'm used to on-the-field shenanigans.
Okay, get to it.
So my nose is bleeding. I get it to stop, but...
With your shirt.
I'm going to blow snot rockets. You know it and I know it. We've talked about it.
Did you do it right in front of...
I blew one on the fence and right before the fence. And this poor woman that was sitting by the fence in her pop-up chair... Like, I blew like a nice
towards the outside of the fence?
Yeah.
Towards her?
This nostril that was bleeding.
Towards her?
Yeah, so I'm walking. I'm just clearing it.
Oh, Jesus, babe.
And I shoot out a clot as big as this dip can of scabby goodness, goddamn. And it hits before the fence. Her feet are right here on the other side of the fence. And the look she gave was more of like... What are you doing to me?
What the fuck?
And what was that?
What happened? Are you okay?
I just looked away.
Yeah, that was like
it's not rockets. It's not rockets.
This is baseball, lady. Get out if you don't like it.
You got to get out. No, Mark could hit, though. Mark could hit. It's a Boston guy thing. He can play some baseball. That's just the way it's going to be.
Just like he can bowl, throw the ball a million miles an hour.
Yeah, he throws it hard. But, yeah, those days were good. I enjoyed the old Primus teams. Man, we had some fun. That was when I first came here and didn't really know anybody. Quickly became a legend in local softball, was picked up by all the team. Whatever. Listen, we talked ad nauseum. Whatever.
I mean, that was like a year after. Or you lived here at least a year permanently.
Yeah, people don't realize, though. I bet it would shock them. Uncle Randy was a shortstop in softball for a lot of years. Remember? Shortstop.
Because you told me you were a shortstop in baseball.
No, I was a third baseman and catcher in high school.
Okay.
But in softball, because of my athleticism and because I'm such an upper echelon athlete, these teams, I would come here, they didn't know me, they'd see me field ground balls, and they'd be like, okay, you're the best, put you at short. Which is fine until we got Heather, and then I was coaching, and I was like, okay, she's better than me. I don't have a problem with it. You're shortstop.
Yeah.
I'll play first. She was a beast. Freaking money.
I just like being catcher because it was easy.
Well, speaking of beast, old Jake, shirtless Jake, if you go back and watch the player profiles, shirtless for no reason.
Jake, too, shirtless for no reason.
He hit another bomb. He hit a bomb. He doesn't care.
He? Was he shirtless?
He can't help but hit a bomb. He should have been. The dude is just shredded wheat.
What's funny is I heard people when it was like nobody on camera. I think it was probably Marshall.
It was Marshall.
He's got the loudest voice out of all y'all.
He does. A lot like my other friend, Marshall.
He reminds me, his whole demeanor reminds me of Marshall Parrish.
He's a countryer Marshall Parrish.
Yes, he is. But I heard him saying, you should take your shirt off and blah, 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 blah. Like I couldn't hear it. And I was like, he's the reason. I should have said shirtless because of Marshall, but then that sounded weird.
No, yours was better.
Shirtless for no reason. Because it is completely out of the blue. Like everybody else is wearing their jersey. And then he walks up, I'm Jake too.
Yeah, but I don't want to sell him short. He would never have done that on his own accord, but he is jacked. The kid is jacked.
He is.
So but it was,
yes. But I am fairly certain I heard Marshall tell him off camera
absolutely
to take his shirt off.
Everything is about branding, sons. Branding. Always be on brand, God.
Yeah.
And that kid, not short on self-confidence, and he shouldn't be. You heard him say, Jake from Town Lake, sons.
Jake from
Don't ever forget it.
Jake too, to me.
I love that kid. He's a champ. So he hit one out, and then Travis, our pitcher, hit one out, who everybody sleeps on, probably the best athlete on the team.
Travis. Oh, he's Shania Twain enthusiast. I had to go through the roster in my head.
He hit a ball probably 375 feet
nice
out. He was hitting with the Anarchy Odin. That's his bat. He swears by that bat.
Did you hit with your pineapple?
I did. I hit once with it,
How'd
and
it
then
go?
I tried the Viper. It hit good. It needs to be broken in. It's one that needs some hits. The pineapple needs some hits, so that's why I'm going to go hit on a tee with it tomorrow, get some pitches. But it hits great. It hits like a ton of bricks. The Viper hits really good. I just missed one. I can tell the Viper's an underrated bat like a motherfucker with Anarchy, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. I actually love that bat. It's pink and white. You would love it.
I like the
Stinky
sour.
Pinky.
What is
Sour
it?
Diesel?
Sour Diesel.
That's what Marshall wants.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw online that I was like, that's the one.
Yeah.
Or those Ohana. The Ohana one's cool too. I like that.
Dope. I've never swung the Ohana. I'm scared to swing it because you got Tyler and Taylor. I'm right.
Tyler, no
Tyler's
running, all
second
hitting.
baseman. He's the most okayest player.
Okay.
No, that's Trey. Is the no running,
Damn
all
it.
hitting.
Taylor's most polite.
Taylor's most polite. Most polite, most okayest.
Too many T's. Travis,
Too many
Taylor,
Ts.
Tyler,
Too many
Trey.
Two Jakes.
I was under the impression there was 3 at first, and then
2 Zachs, 2 Jakes, and a million T's.
2 Zachs, 2 Jakes, and 30 T names. It's too much.
Way too much.
And who's Kippy? Kippy's real name is nothing has to do with
cares?
Kippy.
Kippy is just Kippy.
He's the second okayest player.
He had the best delivery.
He did. His little shrug was so cute. He was like,
Yeah, that gives no shit. Zero shit. So I wanted to talk to you about this real quick before where are we even at? We haven't even covered. Where are we at? How much time?
45.
Well, all right, boys. We'll see y'all later. We'll wrap this thing up. No, so I want to talk about the vaccine shenanigans that's going on. Listen, don't care about your politics, goddamn. Be whatever you want to be. Mm-hmm. But they're starting to talk about all this bullshit about the testing the vaccines on children and shit. Y'all know my stance. Fuck
You're not
that.
testing it on my kids.
No, bullshit. You're not doing that on my kids. Dude, you got people getting
Griffin's getting it.
which is, he's a grown ass, he's 16, he'll make his choice, and his mom.
He said he's getting it because he's going to New
They want
York.
to travel. I get that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. He's also 16, robust.
Yeah.
His gonads have developed. Gunner,
Yeah.
7.
No,
I know
he's
a
not
big
getting it.
kid. Gonads haven't even started yet. I don't want to fuck with
No.
that.
No, we're leaving him alone.
You don't need it.
No. I saw some article, and it was a Yahoo one, who they can tend to be like liberal, I think, with their headlines. It was like, I don't know what the number was, but it was like many fully vaccinated people in Washington State testing positive for COVID-19. I was like, oh shit.
That's happening everywhere. This fucking vaccine is such a fucking money pull. They can't control it anymore because everybody's over this shit for the majority. The majority of Americans are over it.
I need to get a beer out of our mini
Out of our
fridge.
new beer fridge. Thank you to Val Kilmer for that. But people are over it, right? So they're doing their thing. They're living their life. So they got to find a way. So they're trying to keep the shit in the media, keep people scared. You're still, these variants, goddamn, we're going to take another surgery poo.
That part makes me roll my eyes so hard. The variant thing. It's like, okay, great. One more thing to make everybody fucking scared about that. Everybody that's going to be scared.
Listen, I know it's
make
a thing.
everybody.
I know it's a thing. And you folks, I'm not saying it's not real.
But
Scary thing.
they're just trying to find ways to make it where we can't ever.
There's people now, they will never live their life. This
Never.
has damaged them for good.
They're never going to not wear a mask when they.
They're never going to have
Leave
hugs
their
or
house.
handshake again. Listen, I've never stopped any of that shit.
No, people that say they haven't hugged their grandchildren in a year, it really makes me sad for you because you know what? Hug your fucking grandchildren because you don't know how many you have left. My mom.
Absolutely. We lost a year with her.
Yeah. I mean, we only got to see her, 3 or 4 times, maybe that whole year.
And it was an experience to have to go do that. It wasn't we literally lost a year. Your mom's a great example of how this fucking pandemic hurts people and families. You can't just assume.
Every time we saw her, it was like she was a different person because her dementia was declining so much. And then I'm glad I got to hug her in November before she died in January.
Saw
but
her all you could. And thankfully and not thankfully, we got to see her as long as she was capable.
Yeah.
The boys saw her up until she couldn't,
But even somebody that's not struggling with any kind of terminal disease like that, nobody's promised tomorrow.
Oh, no, you drop dead tomorrow.
Don't go a fucking year without hugging your grandkids. Figure it out. Yeah. Like, even if you wear 17 masks, go hug your fucking grandchildren. It's so stupid. Like, when we were watching Walking Dead and then The Talking Dead, I got real annoyed because Chris Hardwick like asked Melissa McCarthy, the one that plays Carol, like, oh, how was it to hug Cooper? Like, hug Jerry in that scene. And it didn't even occur to me. He's like, oh, I haven't hugged anybody but my wife and my dog in a year. And I'm like, your fucking mom lives in LA.
Yeah, that's that hippie.
And you are her fucking world. Like, how have you not hugged your mother in a year?
It's that new age hooey, sons.
But like, it made me so mad at Chris Hardwick, and I never get mad at Chris Hardwick.
Well, no, that's that hippie.
But
logic.
And I'm hoping it's for the fucking show, and he really has. But he's full of shit.
Oh, I do too. I hope he's just saying that
because I immediately thought of his sweet mom, Sharon. Like,
yeah,
how the fuck have you not hugged your goddamn mom?
I hope he's virtue signaling there.
Yes.
I don't think his mom would allow him to go that long without.
I don't either, because they would figure it out. They'd like get tests or whatever. Because I'm sure he has to fucking get tested for. I mean, he's doing the show from his house, but they're getting tested, and Ryan gets tested 25 times a day to go to his job.
Yeah,
that's Hollywood related. Like,
they get tested all day. I mean, and how reliable is that? I don't know. I don't care.
Right. Who cares?
But the point is, live your lives. Listen, sons, you got to live your life. You got to put this thing in the past, put it behind us, and get the fuck on with it. Whether our leaders want to get on board with that shit or not, they will eventually. But it's shameful. It's shameful. I don't care what your political party is. Mm-hmm. It's downright disgraceful that we are letting a man with such poor cognitive skills speak for the country. Did you see his last thing where he was like,
I can't watch it.
He was like, if you know the thing and you want to get it done and it's from the heart.
What?
And it's
what?
Anyways.
Is that like the speech where he was like, 300 Americans are going to be vaccinated by the end of May?
No, this one was worse because this one was him stumbling. He couldn't figure out, so he just quit.
It's like when my mom would still talk to us when she was first having dementia. Sure. When she would start a sentence and forget where she was going, or
start getting frustrated with it and just make it a rap.
And she would just be like, the thing. You know what I'm talking about? The thing with the girl, and there's a place.
And then she would strike your dad in the neck.
And then she would just be like, oh. And it would, we were all like reaching, like trying, like, because typically it had nothing to do with what we were talking about anyways. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. He's doing that.
He tapped out. It's tough to watch, man. It's fucked up. We live in a fucked up time. We got a lot of crazy shit.
Well, Kamala Harris is going to be the president.
I'm not taking any satisfaction in that. I know a lot of, people that are more conservative are like relishing in it. It's fucking embarrassing. To me, it's sad. Everybody deserves to have dignity, and that poor bastard is.
He is at the highest position in the world. For everybody to see his cognitive decline, and we don't know for sure, but I mean, he could. It's not. That's for sure. It's not necessarily dementia. Everybody jumps to that. And I get very,
it could also be a very old man.
It could also be just he's fucking old. Yeah. And he just needs to just be retired and like sit around and read the newspaper or something. Like, it's too stressful. Like, go be president when you're already like so old and like your brain is failing you. It's not, it could very well be dementia.
I'll tell you one thing though, God damn, and it's going to hurt some people. They're going to, because, Uncle Randy tends to be more conservative, and I'll go with that. But I've actually been listening to Obama and Bruce Springsteen's podcast, Renegades.
Yeah.
And I listened to it. I've listened to every episode, and I listened to it in the car. You know why? I enjoy hearing Obama talk.
I was about to say, I would listen to it because I miss hearing him speak.
For God's sakes, man, for everything else.
Captivating.
Take everyone's politics away.
He's captivating.
At least he spoke good. Mm-hmm. And he was quietly confident. Like, politics aside, because he did some shit I don't agree with. But God say, at least when he stood up, though, I wasn't like...
Oh, dear God.
I was like, all right, go ahead.
No, and he made you... Whatever he was saying, it made me feel better. even if it was something I didn't necessarily agree with, a lot of times I'd be like, huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something to be, said for that with our politicians that, I've been watching the documentary on the Kennedys. I started that. Mm-hmm. And I had no fucking idea how cursed that family is.
You didn't?
I mean, I've known like the
legend,
John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, and John Jr. Mm-hmm. Jack, I know that part. Yeah. But even Jack had a brother, or John had a brother also died. Mm-hmm. And then, I think his sister kid. When he was a kid, his brother was his older brother, and he was actually like the father's favorite boy.
He's the one that was in the picture, right? Or is that the one that died in the plane crash?
He died, he was flying bombers in World War II. Because John was a Navy boat.
You're talking about John F. Kennedy's brother?
Yes.
Okay.
His older brother.
It was I'm thinking of the kid, the famous picture at John F. Kennedy's funeral, the little kid.
That's John Kennedy Jr. Yeah.
Jack, that died in the plane crash with his wife.
Yes. Super handsome Kennedy.
Super handsome. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that died mysteriously in an ocean crash for no reason.
And he was flying a little private plane in shitty weather that they were told not to fly in.
Hey, whatever. You think that freaking Lee Harvey Oswald did it? Cool. I don't.
No, I don't.
Inside job. I don't. Kennedys know too much. There's too many deaths in that family.
It's not. I don't think his death was on purpose. What I think is they're cursed.
There's definitely something, and it goes to their dad. He's such a fucking communist. I didn't realize that John's dad was so far, or Jack. How the fuck is Jack and John?
Jack is a nickname for John for some reason. For some reason, I have no fucking clue, but it's so stupid. John is already short enough.
Like I get Dick and Richard, even though that's even a little.
It doesn't really make sense, and Bill and William, whatever. But you're shortening the name.
Yeah, Jack.
If it's
John.
if it's more than one syllable, you're shortening it. But Jack as a nickname for John makes no sense because there's a guy that I worked with forever that his name was John whatever, like on his email, but he went by Jack, and I was like, right "Fuck me, man."
If your name's John, I'm never calling you Jack. Just so you know, I don't care if that's what you go by. Fuck all that. You're putting too much pressure on me.
No, because you know what? John's short enough. It's a one syllable. It's the same amount of letters.
Yeah, but did you know that he had like that John F. Kennedy was so unhealthy that he was like a sickly kid? No. He had some disease.
Oh, did he have polio or something?
No, not polio.
No, there was another president that had
he was healthy enough to serve because he was, he was in the Navy. And what's funny is his dad, who was a real shitbag and wanted to be president back in the day, was a real communist. Really like
Bernie Sanders. Is that his dad?
Hitler-ish was like a.
You didn't hear me.
What?
I said
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
No, Bernie Sanders is more socialist. Oh. His dad was more like almost a Hitler supporter-ish.
It was also low-key hitting him because he's a million.
Yeah, he is. But John's like Mr. Kennedy prior was not as good looking as his. He produced way better looking kids than him because every Kennedy pretty good looking at one point. Even Ted,
especially from John F. Kennedy's seed.
Yeah.
Bobby Kennedy?
Yeah, he was probably the worst of the brothers looking, but was probably the most politically savvy. Had a real shot of being good. But anyway, so his dad had a failed presidency. He wanted to run for president, ended up being way too communist for this country. Son comes along, he wants the other one, he dies, so John gets in there. But I think he's the reason for the hex on the family. There's definitely something there.
Oh, the communist dad?
Yeah, and he had it flipped because John F. Kennedy actually people hailed him as a war hero, but he kind of, according to the documentary, what he did was he kind of fucked up and got his boat. He allowed his boat to run head into a Japanese warship and split it in half, and they had some guys die.
Jesus.
But whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so I like listening to that shit, but Kennedy could speak, Obama, good speaker. Even Dirty Dick Bill could speak. But I enjoyed W's dumbassery.
I enjoyed his casualness. I don't want to call it dumbassery because that's what everybody else calls it.
Not the smartest president
I enjoyed his casualness, his like good old boyness. Like
C+ student that got into Yale. How'd that happen?
And became president.
C+ student though. That doesn't. You don't get into Yale. You don't even get
because your daddy was president. But like, I don't know. He just seems like a super nice guy that would be like easy to, like your average guy would be easy to hang out with and have a beer with. Like that's what I liked about him. And his wife clearly like ruled the house. She was always annoyed with his speeches, and it was adorable.
Did you see Robert?
Yes, I was meant to tell you, Vanilla Nasty is short for Larry.
That's the thing. No one in my adult life has seen the Vanilla Nasty. I don't even know if I can fully ever redo it again.
One of your men's softball jerseys, you had Big Nasty.
Yes,
on the back.
Big Nasty. That was a shortened version. At one point,
was it Big Vanilla Nasty or something?
Big Sexy Sensitive at one time.
Okay, you're not fucking putting that. That's so gay.
No,
it
was shortened over the years. That it was
not
Big
to offend
Nasty.
any of my gay friends, but like.
And then we had a dog we named Little Nasty in college, who we fed Doritos to for life, and he was run over tragically.
Probably killed himself because all you fed him was fucking Doritos.
You know what? Now I look at it, I think he was a rat terrier mix.
Ow, like Evie.
Yeah, ate all Doritos at all times. I don't think we ever even bought him dog food. No. We should not have been dog owners. I mean, it was me and Sam and
Where did that dog
and
come
Jason
from?
Pace living in an apartment. We went and adopted him at like the Humane Society.
What the fuck?
He had a great life, and we retired him to a real big land. He just got accidentally run over. I mean, he had a good life. He was very loved.
Somebody bought him dog food. You just weren't responsible enough to. It's one of your fucking roommates, like the one that vacuumed all the time, bought him dog food.
That was at a different house. In that apartment, none of us had money. We had Citgo cards.
That your parents paid?
No, that we just ran up and then never paid. But while we had a credit line, we did all of our shopping at the Citgo.
Yeah, I had an Exxon card that my parents paid. And my ex-husband had the Citgo card that his parents paid when we were in college.
You'd be in jail for 30 years today if you had that.
Yeah, for real. Jesus.
Boy, he used to take some steaming shits after he'd eat a bag of Doritos. Whoa.
Somebody bought him dog food. He didn't live solely on Doritos.
I don't remember anyone ever buying dog food. Maybe the first day we brought him home.
There was 18 of you that lived in that fucking house. So somebody bought him dog food.
Robert. I think his credit score was a 5 at one time.
Yeah.
No, I left old UNA. I couldn't show I had they had a check of mine that had bounced that our local breakfast restaurant is called Tourway. It's like a nicer, I wouldn't say nicer, but like a local Waffle House.
Did you get pantsed in the middle of it?
No. This one wasn't too. If I would have got pants there, no one would care. This is in a college town.
So this is not Dillard House.
But no, way not as fancy as that. But I floated so many bad checks there. They literally had my check posted on the desk,
and your picture.
No, they didn't have a picture, but they had my check, and they were like, "This guy, no checky, no."
Who
pay.
writes a fucking check at a restaurant?
A guy with no money, and that's an idiot.
You.
I had to pay every one of them back times 10.
Okay, and we still got your goddamn student loans too, so.
I'm still deferring those motherfuckers. I'm just gonna pass. I'll just keep putting those bad boys. Hey, listen, sweep those under the rug. Hey, Biden's gonna forgive that little piece of that poo. You got to say doorway.
What?
Doorway.
Doorway.
Yes, we would go there. So
why you say it like that?
I don't know why we'd say it that
doorway.
way.
It sounds like doorway.
Oh man, we had so many nasty dinners and late nights at that place. But me and Greg Vaughn basically couldn't write a check in the city limits of Florence,
Alabama. What are you writing checks for? I guess it was early 2000s or 99.
Yeah, late 90s. The end of the 90s. That was
Okay, you graduated college in 4 years. Don't fucking quit bragging.
Well, I mean, I didn't graduate from the same one. I ended up going to Athens State.
I went to 2 colleges, but I did 3 years at one and then 3 years at another.
No, you did the Marshall Parish plan. Marshall was actually in college 7 years at UNA.
I was 6 years. I just never did summer classes because you know what? Didn't like school. So, you know what? When it was summertime, I was like, not enrolling in classes because I need a fucking break.
Hey,
Thanks. Thanks.
I don't want to hear nothing from Robert here, though. Robert might have took 2 classes at UNA. He just had an apartment and kicked it and shit. Him and Danny Pettis left UNA after 5 years and took 6 elective courses. Took like badminton,
basket weaving,
PE, basketball, and that was it.
And what did he get?
For 5 years and wanted to be a police officer.
And never got a diploma?
No, he ended up getting on with finally
a business degree.
He got on with the police academy. Got on with like a small department. Now he's in Madison. He's a cop.
I know he's a cop, but I'm saying, like, did he get a degree?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, he wasn't.
I don't know if you have to be a policeman.
No,
you have
he
to.
Finally got the job and the experience.
I don't fucking care if you know
Me either.
a college degree bullshit. If you're a cop, I want you to be properly trained in cop shit. I don't care if you know the English language properly.
Listen, Danny Pettis wasn't a cop and was still arresting people and had German Malinois, and he wasn't even a cop. But he lived the life until he became one. That's called staying on brand.
Robert said Danny was there 16 years.
He absolutely was. He would probably still go there now. He might still be.
Does he live in Florence? I mean, who the fuck?
In Madison. Nobody stayed in Florence that was away from Florence.
Look, I've been to Florence one time. You've got to mean it. If you're going to Florence, Alabama, there's no way to just like roll up on Florence, Alabama. You got to want to go there.
You do. You got to be going to Tupelo, Mississippi,
which also you need to want to go there. Like, it's not like off a major interstate. Like, it's way in the fucking boondocks. Like, it's way off of boondocks from like the suburbs of Huntsville. It's ridiculous. I was like, where the fuck am I?
Listen,
couldn't get out of there
Brooke
fast
took
enough.
me to where she went to college. She went to LSU. So we went and visited there once.
Yeah.
And saw Mike the Tiger in his beautiful enclosure.
And he growled at us.
And then when I was in school at UNA, when Robert and all these guys were there, we had Leo the lion.
Yeah.
And he was in a chain link fence in the middle of the quad that was 6 feet tall.
When I went to LSU, the enclosure for Mike the Tiger was nothing like that.
I'm just telling you, we had Leo the lion in like our backyard, but to chain link fence.
That's exactly what Mike the Tiger's was. It was not a chain link fence, but it was like a glorified chain link fence with like a concrete slab. Like, it was bullshit. And he had an empty keg in there that he was batting around or something. Like, I was like, this is a disgrace. But that's back when, I mean, it was 1997 when I started at LSU. They also had a Tiger truck stop few exits out from Baton Rouge where it was literally a truck stop gas station where they had tigers in cages. No, not for sale, just in cages. So it was like a tourist attraction. Like, you get off the exit in bumfuck Louisiana to get gas, and they've got tigers in cages in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, I mean UNA's come, so now their enclosure
not there anymore.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a zoo exhibit at UNA and at LSU now. I'm so glad they fucking upped their game. I mean, and they started that project shortly after I went there because I was like, this is fucking terrible. And this Mike the Tiger now, I think they even stopped putting, because for a million years, every home game they put Mike in the trailer in a cage and drive him around on the field, and he's roaring because he's fucking upset,
agitated,
and like scared and upset. Yeah. And he's not roaring because he's like, football. Yeah. Like, Tigers don't give a fuck about football. But they stopped doing that a couple years ago, I think. Thankfully.
Yeah. We'd walk around.
You can just, his cage is right next to the stadium. Like, you don't need to traumatize him every fucking Saturday and put him in a cage and drive him around the field. Literally, fans can just walk by his cage.
Yeah. But I enjoyed my time in Florence. Florence was fun. But boy, was it rascally.
Yeah, I know you had fun in Florence.
Rascals.
I don't want to hear about that.
Sexual deviants. Sexual?
Oh, I'll just talk about all the sexual deviants I had in Baton Rouge and New Orleans.
I could be just kidding. Sexual. It was just a rascally time, babe. We're all finding ourselves. Hey.
I had a rascally time in New Orleans, too.
Hey, I get it. We're rascals. We sure were. Back in our younger days. Now we're old farts.
Yeah, just ask Nicole. We were both rascals.
Man, she's a rascal.
I know.
I could taste it on her. Don't even touch her, and I could taste it. Like,
that's my girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where are we at? We're over an hour, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we absolutely covered nothing tonight. We just shot the shit, which is fine by me. But yeah, so we will be on tomorrow. I'll be on here with Marshall.
Y'all gotta get your own podcast feed for that.
Eventually, I've told him.
Okay,
that's what they're gonna have to do.
Like, people in like the anarchy space are asking like, "Oh, when's the podcast?" And like, can't wait to hear the next podcast, but it's not actually being released as a podcast. So like, y'all need to figure that out.
We've already talked about it. I've told Marshall he's got to put a game plan. Uncle Randy's being a champion. He's setting these boys up, teaching them the ropes. I'm
just saying, like, if one of your teammates already has a podcast, like they can.
Yeah, that's Austin. His is disc golf, and I think he does it with a group because I talked to him more in depth. It's a group of them. It's not just him. So. Well,
I think Podbean now allows for more than one feed from the thing. So
I don't know. We'll talk about it. It's okay. I can lead the horse to water. Can't make them drink, but these boys want to drink.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if y'all want to you gotta get off your ass.
Hey, they're ready to be champions. There's so many of them that want to get involved. It's going to be fine. We're going to get them up and running. Then me and you're going to retire, charge them a small fee. Mm-hmm. That's how we make a living.
Yeah, find a way to make money off my video.
We should. That thing has got to get sent to. It's just got to hit a couple more of the right people because the people that have seen it loved it. Like literally,
I've watched it 100 times. It makes me laugh every time, and I'm like, yes.
I think it's fantastic. Hit the mark. High school legends. I can't say enough about everyone that recorded them did so good.
No, they are champions, and I just like that I was able to add some flavor to it to make it
absolutely over the top. Yeah,
yes.
I mean, without the labeling, it would not be as good. It would have still been okay. It would have been above average, but to be great, it had to have that. And the effects and the bat transition is golden.
Yeah.
When the flash fucked up.
That's my favorite part.
So nervous.
That's my
so
favorite
nervous.
Part.
So damn nervous.
He's like, well.
Yeah, I mean, but
yep.
I mean, people are already seeing it. Listen, Marshall's hungry, wants to learn the industry. He's got a good voice for it. He's doing great. Mm-hmm. So I have no doubts, dude. He's ready, dude. He's throwing these ideas at Uncle Randy. These them young. I remember being that way when we started. Now we're grizzled old vets, sons. We've seen it all. We've been through the ups and downs. We're tired of podcasting. Okay, we like it again. Now we're tired of it.
Well, 3 years. I've been doing it 3 years now. So, and there's been a lot that the past 3 years, we haven't just been podcasting. There's been the most chaotic shit in our life that's happened in the past 3 years.
I know. Uncle Randy becomes a celebrity. It's tough on all of us.
Okay, that's not what I was talking about.
I know, but it weighs on me. It's difficult.
Uncle Randy, by the way, has only been around for like a fucking year.
He's a good year. Like, it's right around a year exactly. I think it was, I bet it's almost a little over a year.
Is it 2 years?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I thought he was born in 2019.
Maybe.
Pretty sure he was born.
If you go
the
back
year
and
we moved to this house.
Uncle Randy didn't really get dialed in, goddamn, until about a year ago.
No, you're right, but I'm saying
he
like
had the same voice as Larry and Randall. Who's called me Randall?
Me every day.
No, you call me Babe. I don't hear you say Randall.
If I need to get your attention and you're not fucking,
you still say Babe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm sure to other people you say Randall.
Yes.
You don't say, let me ask Uncle Randy.
Fuck you. No, I don't.
I know that.
And I won't ever.
You will not. You will not concede on that either.
I'm not fucking budging.
It's never going to happen.
No, because it's not right in my mind.
But if somebody else says, and it's not even me, Uncle Randall can be Uncle Randall. Uncle Randy, goddamn, could be sitting right here, sons.
Uncle Randall is who you are to our actual nieces and nephews.
But to one of our friends, they come in and they're like, Brooke, call him Uncle Randy. Guess who gets punched in the face? Not my friend, me. I'm doing nothing over here. I get punched in the face, though.
Because
that's the fuck shit.
You're the one that never wanted to be called Randy, and then now it's just...
It works.
It's so annoying.
It worked. It caught fire, sons. And I mean, I was telling you about last game, before the game, walking, Uncle Randy, autograph, picture from a kid. And I'm like, hang on, got to do a little bit of BP. I'll be back. I'll sign
Just like when you go to Griffin's games, it's like hoarded by the paparazzi.
Oh, those youngsters are champions. That's only going to grow. That's one good.
The older they get, too, it's going to get more outlandish.
I mean, by the time Gunner's in high school, Uncle Randy's going to be wheeling himself around.
Shut the fuck up.
It's going to be hard.
By the time Gunner's in high school, according to you, you'll be dead. So
it's going to be hard to be in a wheelchair going, hell, God damn, I'm the greatest athlete.
Why the fuck? You weren't going to be in a goddamn wheelchair.
Nah, the technology
no fucking
will be
reason.
around to fix all my
robot legs.
Vertebrae by
You'll
then,
get robot
hopefully.
legs.
Yep. All right, so Silvertown folks, remember tomorrow night, go support Fire Marshal Bill. Be down there at 6 o'clock. Support that motherfucker.
At where?
It's at the city council downtown Canton. Fire Marshal Bill posted it.
Oh, he posted it 8,000 times, and yeah.
Downtown Canton. Go show up, be in support of the golf cart, and then buy us one.
Or go buy a bunch of bio bidets.
A lot of bio bidets. We'll get the money,
and then
we'll buy one.
we'll use that money to buy one. Come on now.
Great idea.
Go buy like one of those big toilets.
$6,000. Warmer. Hey, Colette.
Do it.
Terminator did get their bio bidet when our code was down, by the way.
I know. Audrey told me.
But he loves it.
I know. She was like, we got one. I was like, our code wasn't working. She's like, it's fine. It's 10%. I'm like, yeah, but we get credit. God. Damn it. Fucking bio bidet.
They got the smoke, though.
I know. It's better now.
We dropped them for a week there and said, fuck bio bidet. Now they're back. Love bio bidet.
Now they're our friends again.
Promo code MarriedAF. Save 10%. 10 whole percent.
Save 10 whole percent. It's like the tax, basically, you save.
Hey, 20% on Rokas, though.
Barber 20.
Whatever. Barber 20.
All right, let's
go.
We're
going to get out of here. Everybody suck your dicks and suck a friend's dick and play some softball. We'll see y'all later. We'll see you tomorrow night. Fuck it. Anarchy Bat Company. Championship gear and bats.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Bye.